Be the One. Welcome to the Be the One podcast with your boy, Malik Be the One. We back with another episode, another banger. For y'all that's just tapped in with the podcast, welcome to the Be the One family. For y'all that's been tapped in since day one, y'all know how this go. Let's get right into it. Today's topic is the old you versus the new you. Or should I say, the new you versus the old you. The only person that we should be in competition with is our old self. Getting better than we were a year ago, a couple months ago, a couple weeks ago, a couple days ago, right? Now, when you do this, when you switch that perspective to, man, it's me versus this new me versus the old me. And the old me didn't get me anywhere close to where I want to be. So that new you has to literally break down bit by bit the old you and reform the new you. Right, as we've spoken in past podcasts about switching that soil, building rebuilding a solid foundation. All right, a lot of the time when we tend to try to be in competition with other people, when we try to look and compare our lives to others, it ends up being a depressing disappointment because you want what they have, but you don't know what it took for them to get there. You don't know how much time, effort, consistency, patience, dedication that they put into what they did in order to get the results that they got. So that's why it's not good to compare yourself to other people that may be, of a different caliber, or maybe a level or a couple more levels ahead of you. A lot of the time, us having these social media platforms, it will lead us to think that, we need to have a perfect life, or there's no downs, there's no hardships, everyone's just living their best life out here. It's definitely not the case. I'll let you know that right now. Every single one of us, we all have different trials and tribulations. We all have different battles that we come up against and that we have to overcome, right? Some people were born into this world with advantage, others with the least of the advantage. Like, they came into the world pretty much losing. They didn't have a solid foundation. They didn't have, family there or whoever it may have been to support them and believe in them. Not everyone has that support system. Not everyone has someone in their corner rooting them on. Not everyone has a certain type of, I wouldn't say idol, but I would say influence that they look after. So it's nothing wrong with measuring yourself up to people, but don't ever compare yourself. And don't ever have the mentality of being jealous or envious because someone is doing better than you, right? The way that the universe works is whatever you believe, it shall be, right? So whatever you're believing is what you're going to attract into your life. So just be very mindful of the things that are processing through your head throughout the day. And this is a beautiful thing that we have control of oneself, right? Because we get to dictate and direct our thought process. We can change our negative perspective to a positive, open-minded perspective and be able to look at things in a different light. The new you versus the old you. I need you to beat the fuck out your old self every single day. Replace them bad habits with some good habits. All right, you show me your habits, I'll show you your future. If you don't have good habits, if you're not strict and stern on oneself, if you're not able to stay disciplined, man, discipline is key word right here. If you're not able to stay disciplined, you won't get to where you're trying to go, period. So always remember that, guys. I appreciate you guys tapping in once again. As always, see y'all on the next podcast. Be the One, and I'm out.